Okay, good afternoon everybody and welcome to the 4th edition of a brand new Sports Roundup show here in sunny Tenerife in the Palms Bar up in San Eugenio Alto. That's what we're happening this week. We've got new guests on today, Bobby Baker of West Ham. We've got Terry, who usually comes on with me every week and he's still here. We got the brand new Mr. Johnson, and you're going to see his name there, Wigan Athletic. They got relegated. Sorry, Jonty, but he can talk about it in a minute. On top of that, usual, every week, we've got Chris Todd, the General of the Armada Surf. Fancy of the week. And on top of that, we've got other features with my charity auction that's happening July and August in 2023. Stay tuned in. Hope you like it. Next show, bosh. Let's go for it.
Good morning, Webby. It's your mate Ian here, all the way from Koh Samet in Thailand. Ex-Arsenal and England striker, as you know. But anyway, big hello to Wagsy and everyone else you get onto the channel and everyone listening that knows me from Tenerife days. All the best, Webby. Keep up the good work for your podcast. Everyone should watch it. Be there or be square. All the best, boys.
Hello viewers, Kevin, Scotsman in Tenerife here. I've got a #1 recommendation for you. If you love Tenerife, if you love your sports chat, check out viewer Webby's new channel, The Sports Roundup. Highly recommend it. I watched the first episode. There's some great guests coming up. Hit the wee subscribe button below. It's absolutely free.
This is Adam from the Mellow Gecko in Tenerife. We've got all the best bits of grub, all your beers and plenty of sport. You decide what you want to watch. We've been watching Webby's Sports Roundup, and you should too. Follow him.
Okay, everybody, welcome to Webby's Sports Roundup. As we always do, every week, we've got the main man, Chris Todd of the Armada Surf Supporters Club. He is the #1. He knows everything about the football of the Tenerife supporters and team. Yeah?
Yep.
Is that right? There's me hand.
Do my best.
Right,
yeah.
come on then, let's talk about it. Where did you go last week?
Went to Andorra for the weekend and watched Tenerife lose once again, but still a great trip. It's all good until the match, as everyone says.
You sent me the photographs of one of your bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And the goal was disallowed. Have you ever seen anything like it in your life?
No, they come in together, the players. Their player went down, we scored, and they, as typical, it's against us, and no goal.
Unbelievable.
And then they had a dodgy penalty in the last minute.
In the 90th minute.
Yeah, 88th, yeah.
but what a place to go to, Andorra.
It's somewhere different for us. It's the first game outside of Spain since 1997, so...
Yeah.
That was fantastic, and well, here's a video of our trip to Andorra at the weekend. Hope you enjoy it.
Welcome back, Chris. I'll tell you, I think they just watched it. I've watched it 2 or 3 times. Yeah. It looks beautiful. It looks very clean there.
Amazing play. You could eat your dinner off the street, really.
Yeah.
Hardly any crime, talking to people.
Yeah.
There was more of a Catalan influence than French.
Okay.
I didn't see many French people about.
What?
We went up into the mountains as well, where there was plenty of snow.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was heavy snowfall, yeah.
As most people watching the old one, what was the price of beer and food?
About the same as Tenerife.
Yeah.
Because they have the discount for the tax reasons, but it's still a bit more expensive on the mainland anyway, or in Andorra. So it added up, well, I don't know, 150 for a beer or €2, same as here.
It's affordable.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So we've got 2 games left.
Yes.
This week is going to be a massive week. I believe you just told me it's the last home game of the season, and what we're expecting.
We're expecting, well, it's the last game for a legend called Carlos Ruiz. He's been at the club 10 years now as captain, and he's an example to all the younger players.
For sure.
And he's 39 now, so he's come to the end of his time, and we're having a big celebration on the day. He'll probably play, he hasn't played since Christmas.
Oh, okay.
But I think he'll start as captain. And
is that through injury, or is that just because obviously age and players?
Well, other players have come through and done well, so he hasn't had a sniff at getting a place. But I'm sure Saturday he'll play, and he'll probably be taken off with a few minutes to go so he can get a standing ovation. What
sort of crowd do we expect in the weekend?
I'm not sure. They're inviting a lot of children along. Friday, the club have invited every school child on the island to the stadium for the training session. So
that's what you said.
I'm going along as well. So,
of course.
I mean, I don't mind children. I went to school with some, and they were fine, you know. So I should be okay. Yeah.
There was also some. It's the coach. Some people call manager's coach. It's his last home game of the season for him as well, and he's leaving the end of the season, isn't he?
Yeah, Luis Miguel Ramis. It's just the end of a cycle, so it's good that he's going. I think everyone agrees. Yeah, at home we've been. This is the best home season we've had since 2009.
Yeah.
But the away form has been terrible.
It's been poor.
Only 2 wins, so...
We've never really travelled, have we? Even since I've been here watching, to be honest. It's always been difficult.
It's such a long way to go. They have to fly 3 hours and then get a bus for 3 hours a lot of the time.
Things with Spanish football, as you know, the away supporters is very, very poor, isn't it?
Well, I mean, not the other day was great. There was 2,100 at the match, and there's 300 Tenerife fans right in the middle of nowhere, practically.
Phenomenal.
So that was it was a good weekend, and everywhere you went in the town, you kept bumping into people. And there was a pub crawl before the.
Lovely. I
mean, there was 120, one group. And we attached onto them. There was 10 Armada Sur, and we just what a fantastic.
They probably didn't know what hit them, did they?
No, they're not used to having that. So
last game of the season, 2 weeks' time is
Zaragoza away.
Zaragoza, that's near Madrid, isn't it? Somewhere near Madrid.
Yeah, it's just a bit north of Madrid.
Just a bit north of Madrid and what have you.
And across, been there a few times.
So didn't you say that we're going to finish the highest for a while, or is it just?
Last season we finished fifth
in the league,
playoffs. The best we could do this year is 8th. I mean, the end of the season's finished, but we want to obviously end the season on a high note. And I said before, the higher you go, the more money you get.
As I said last week, I asked you that question, didn't I?
Yeah.
The higher you go, the more. So you're looking for a good crowd this week, and obviously, what do you reckon?
Well,
top you read?
At the top, roughly about 12,842. Approximately.
Should we have a gamble on that one?
Yeah.
That's
something like that.
That's not bad crowd, is it?
Well, let's see.
So for next, all right, let's forget this season. We finish quite high up. What's happening next season?
Next season, season ticket campaign starts straight away.
Yeah.
No delays, and it's going to be more exciting, hopefully.
Of course.
But, the club's 100 times better off the pitch. If it transfers onto the pitch, let's see. You never know with football. No. But everything's in place for a better season next season.
Any transfers do we know of, in or out?
Well, Angel from Mallorca, he's a Tenerife lad. Pedro from Lazio was a bit of a one that it's not going to happen this season.
No, okay.
He's the ex-Chelsea and Barcelona players from Tenerife.
Of course. Well, he was born in Abadas.
Yeah, exactly. And he said he wants to play his last 2 seasons here.
No.
Yeah, definitely. But he's 36 now, so he's probably not.
So where is he now?
He's at Lazio.
He's at Lazio?
Yeah. You'd rather stay there in Serie A than come here in the second. If we'd have gone up, maybe. Maybe.
Right, Chris, listen, that's for this week. Thanks very much again this week. Next week, obviously, we'll have you on again. We'll see what happens with our home game. When we get 3 points, and we get a good crowd. Chris, top man, thank you very much indeed.
Right.
Stay tuned in for the guests.
You alright guys, I'm Jack Lazowski and I follow Webby on his weekly sports roundup in Tenerife.
Hi everyone, Gary Gobstopper here, this little fat funny fella from the United Kingdom. I used to live in Tenerife many years ago, and one of my best friends over there, Webby, we had a sports show together on WEBBY'S FM. Well, Webby now is still, and always will be, a Tenerife legend. He's still in Tenerife, and he's now got his very own brand new podcast. It's a sports podcast and you can see it on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe, tune in and watch a Tenerife legend do what he does best. Webby, we love you.
Okay, boys and girls, welcome back to all my viewers, past and present. This is Webby Sports Roundup in sunny Tenerife. In a few minutes, we got my brand new guests on. We got Wigan, West Ham, and my resident Terry on my left. First and foremost, what I want to say is, we've got so many subscribers at the moment. Actually, when I last looked, 453. If you're watching and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing. It is free. Just press that button. We're looking to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as we possibly can. Then the sports show is going to take off. And it's all down to your help. That's what's happening first and foremost. Now what we'll do with further ado, I'm going to get involved. All the guests. We got resident Liverpool fan, my pal Terry. How are you, Till?
Afternoon, sir.
You had a good week, son?
Happy days. A win's a win.
A win's a win. I'm not talking about Liverpool at the moment. First and foremost, can I just say, behind the scenes, this man is doing a lot of work for us. He really is doing fantastic. The new feature, getting 2 sports bars every single week. We're going to give them 30 seconds or 1 minute to tell them the itinerary of the bar, and if you're coming on holiday and you want to visit them to see your favourite football team, rugby team, have a bit of grub, then that's what they're doing it for. And we're just helping each other out. And Terry, walking in the car, wherever it is, telling Vicky to go into that sports bar as he knows, and that's what's happening. So thanks, Terry.
No
Appreciate
problem,
it.
no worries,
Top man.
Don't leave me hanging.
Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, you have a bottle of blood on me.
Hi guys, we're down at Hop and Grapes down Porto Colon. It's one of the bars where you can watch the live horse racing. You can get football coupons. You can get some food by the bar next door, that's no problem. Beach is only down there. So guys, put the missus on the beach, get up here, watch the racing without your wife giving you any hassle. Watch Webby's Sports Roundup.
We're going to go over to my pal, who's Jonty. He is Michael Johnson. We all know, I know him as Jonty. Most people back home know him as Michael, innit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're waking up, son.
I
You're
am.
coming on. He's a big Wigan athletic season ticket holder, and we know what the problem is there. They got relegated. I think there's 1 or 2 things happening there, but we'll keep that in a minute. We'll have a chat in a couple of minutes.
1 or 2, I'll be just after
yeah, I
1
know
or
it
2.
is, yeah. I'm going to talk a few minutes with regards to my charity auction. I've got a couple of items there, and one that I've obviously taken out my back shed, so I'm going to donate that from me to charity, which is going to be FACT, Fighting Against Cancer in Tenerife. And 1 or 2 other shouts in a little while time. First and foremost, then we're going to go to Bobby. Bobby's in. Bobby Baker, how are you? Now this man, look at him. You would not believe. Now, Terry says to me, Webby, we're going to get... I said, no, there's not a dog shot. We're getting Bobby Baker on my show. It's only the 4th one. There won't be a 5th one if he comes on. This is the gospel truth. Now, this show will sink or swim by the time he's finished. And let's hope it swims. Lovely guy, top fella. He does what he does. He knows football about West Ham. And I said, Terry, does he know about it? He said, yeah,
Mate,
he
I've
does.
got armbands in the back.
You've got the armband, so we're going to give him a bash. We're going to give him a try. So first and foremost, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about last weekend's football. Are you ready, Bobby? Yes, mate. Are you all ready? Well, I'm not. I'm looking for all my bits and pieces. What was the first game, Tel? Read that out.
Leeds Newcastle.
Leeds Newcastle.
Happy days.
Did you watch it?
I saw bits of it, and I'll tell you what, if that Bamford weren't a championship player, mate,
yeah,
they would have got 3 points.
Yeah, he missed a penalty. I didn't see. He missed a penalty. Leeds won. Was it 1-0 up, 2-1 down, then 2-2?
Leeds scored 8 minutes, weren't it?
Yeah.
And then 2-1, and then they ended up in the end, but great result for Leeds.
Of course.
Great for Liverpool and Newcastle.
Well, of course, in the end, you got Man United and Newcastle. Now they're doing this, isn't they? Looking over their shoulder.
Mate, yeah.
At the Klopp and the boys, aren't they?
They all got stiff
so
necks,
you're in Cuckoo Land at the moment, aren't you?
Happy days, mate, yeah.
All right, that's right. Right, let's go on to Villa Tottenham. Did you take notice of Aston Villa Tottenham last Saturday, Bobby? Come on, let's bring you.
Favourite second team, Spurs.
Are you having a laugh, in, yeah?
No, I've never seen it.
No, we don't see it, but we talk about them.
Oh, no, yeah.
Villa. Well, it was 2-1 to the Villa. And then, who scored in the last few minutes for Tottenham? Tell him.
Harry Kane, wasn't it?
Harry Kane. Was it a penalty?
In all honesty, I never saw that game.
No, yeah.
I was out and about on Saturday.
So what we're saying is we're not interested in Villa Tottenham at the moment, are we?
No.
So if Tony, my mate Tony from Southend, Tottenham listed, sorry pal, but we're not talking about Tottenham at the moment because they're a poor side, aren't they?
Really poor.
They really are poor.
Villa doing well. Villa will definitely be in Europe next year.
I think they've won 8
Yeah.
out of 9 games, haven't
Good
they?
manager, got good
He's done
squad,
well,
scoring goals, not conceding money. Next year, I think they do well in that Europa League.
Chelsea Forest, did you take notice of that, John T? 2-2 it was in the end, wasn't it? They're a poor side, Chelsea, aren't they? And all that money spent on them.
Didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it.
Coming over.
Of course, you just flew over last week, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you did. Well, that ended up 2-2, didn't it?
I'll tell you what, Chelsea, they're going to pick up now because now Pochettino's coming in. He'll be in the stands last few games of the season.
Yep.
And a lot of them players playing for their future. So I reckon well, definitely the last game, they're at home to Newcastle.
Gotcha.
And that's the one. That's the one. Come on.
The thing is, we have got top of the table, who's going to be first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Bottom of the table, relegation. West Ham there, they're okay now, Bobby, aren't they?
Well, so they've been safe for ages, really.
Yeah.
But we're saying with that Pochettino bit coming in, right? No matter what happens, nothing's going to change this season.
No.
It all goes on what goes on.
Yeah.
And then come the start of next season, they decide who he wants to get
That's
better.
right.
That's what will go on.
A lot of transfer news.
Yeah.
You're going to see it now, and it's going to be there.
Yeah, but you see it, but hang on now, I'll get behind it
He's going,
and see what goes on. I don't know, because I just think, I don't think he'll make any decisions whatsoever until next season.
Cheers. I was hoping for positive vibes there, Bob.
Next game we've got Palace Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are obviously very safe. Obviously with a 12,500 crowd every week. Palace, they do well. They have a great crowd, don't they? A great following at home, don't they? They are, mate. One of the pals, Alan Fernandez. He's always Alan, 2-0. Well done. Great result that was. They played superb,
Looks
didn't
like
they?
old Warren might stay for another year.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
What is he, 74, 75?
76, sir.
76 is
He's fed up with the gardening. He's been doing the gardening for a year. He's had enough of it. So
unbelievable. Man United Wolves, I did watch a bit of that, and Wolves are just not been they're not been at the stores, have they, lately? I tell you. Man United, 2-0, they're there. I still think they will definitely be third, fourth. Don't think there's not enough games left for Liverpool to catch them.
They've run out of games. Another game maybe, but I think this weekend they're away to Bournemouth.
Yeah.
And Bournemouth, depends what Bournemouth turns up.
Yeah.
If Bournemouth turn up like I'd seen it, fighting to stay up, which I was hoping they would do.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Man U will get that third spot now.
You would,
And I honestly think it's Newcastle who might mess up. If they mess up, Liverpool are going to win their 2 games. And
But they can't score, can they?
Well, that's the problem. That's the problem, you know what I mean? So, no, I don't know. But it proves how bad the Premier League's been this year when you see Man U, Newcastle, and Liverpool had a shock of a season and only 1 point behind.
That's right, but all right. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's going to be UEFA Cup, innit?
Listen, mate, if it means going Bulgaria instead of Barcelona, I'm all for it.
You're all for it, yeah. That's if she let you go.
Cheap you away.
Southampton, Fulham. They lost it up to Fulham. They're down, gone. They're back in the Championship. And there's news about Ward-Prowse, who's an absolutely phenomenal England player. Southampton. Looks like Declan Rice will leave. He will go to obviously Arsenal. Even Man United's coming to the frame now. And there's talk about Prowse going to West Ham.
Neil Vallock said Rice might go Liverpool.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
What does he know about football?
He said he was going to go to Liverpool.
I'd have thought United would be going for De Jong, the Barcelona midfielder.
Yeah. They've been after him for a while, haven't they? They were after him last year.
I think they'd want him more than they'd want Declan Rice.
Declan Rice. I just love Declan.
Well, I think the way it's worded, the way they put it, right?
Yeah.
But West Ham ain't a selling club no more. That was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's gone, right? Since Sullivan and Gold, we don't sell nothing. And then we want it, right?
Yeah.
So all that, right? Now, the way it's worded, it's 120 million, right? Has to be a Champions League side.
Yeah.
Now look at it. You've got Man City, I don't think they want him.
No.
Right, yeah?
No.
Now you've got Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
I don't see over recent years when Arsenal's much better than West Ham apart from this season.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Well, we've been in Europe twice, they've been in it, just ain't got it for ages yet.
Yeah.
All like that. Now you've got Newcastle. Now, I don't really know a great deal about Newcastle, but then after that, I think who's going to spray that money out for Rice?
That's right.
And with the 120 million, but we pay a player for 20 million, I can't see £20 million player leaving Man United to come to West Ham.
No, you're probably right. I know. Sunday, Brentford, West Ham. Wagsy rang me. He was over there at Brentford. very disappointed. They lost 2-0, but they had 8 changes, obviously because of the conference UEFA last week. 2-1 win at home. Now they got to play away from them obviously on Thursday. So
well, this is what annoyed me last year with West Ham.
Yeah.
We could have finished 6th right there, but we chose to play Arsenal. We didn't even turn up. We're at home.
No, that's right.
We're boring as anything. We've been like, worrying about that other the youth final or semi-final.
Of course.
Worrying about put all your eggs in one basket. Go out and go back. And we could have been in loads of things.
Of course, it is what it is. I watched a bit of Everton Man City on Sunday, and I'll tell you what, Man City. Did you watch them there?
Yes.
They were a different ball game, weren't they? I thought they were phenomenal.
Yeah, but they're playing Everton.
Yeah, I know they're playing Everton, but Everton's to the Premier League. So
first 25 minutes.
But you had Everton players who was fighting.
Yeah, they were fighting for the first 20.
They were fighting.
First 25
they were
minutes.
competing.
Calvert-Lewin took his high heels off.
Yeah.
Right, he ran around for a bit.
Yeah,
Other than that, he ran out of gas.
Yeah.
And I don't want him to go down.
No.
I've tipped other teams to go down.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
I don't know.
They look class, and
they've spent the money as well. All this about the owners, it's like Man United again. Whinging about the owners. The manager's been given money, but they just bought badly. Real bad players for expensive prices. And now, I don't know. I think Dyche should have been brought into managing the Championship personally.
But they've got a brand new stadium being built, haven't they?
Yeah, but
that's got to be paid for. Right, let's move on quickly. Leicester, Arsenal, Brighton. Arsenal, Brighton. Could you believe that? Brighton. What a tournament.
3-0, mate, it was.
Was it 3-0?
3-0.
So, yeah, it was 3-0. They scored right then there. 3-0 Brighton away to Arsenal.
The tournament said we'd like to apologise to our fans for the second half. This is a Premier Division side. Not some little Sunday League side. When they do apologise, this should be the players going out like.
You see them leaving after 60 minutes. Shocking.
We've said this every week, haven't we, recently, that Brighton, they've sold a player for 50 million, for 70 million, whatever, and they're still there. They buy somebody for 5-10 million, and then 2 or 3 years later, then they build up. I mean, they beat Wolves 6-0 at home a couple of weeks ago. They beat Man United 1-0. Then they lost it on to Everton 5-1. Now they go to Arsenal.
They've got a thing, haven't they, in South America. Right? So how comes they've got it? A little club like Wigan thing.
Fantastic.
Why another team got that?
Yeah.
I mean, we go to Italy and buy a load of rubbish. Spend top dollar as well, kind of madness.
Got to bring you intel. I did watch a bit of Leicester Liverpool on Monday night, and I thought Liverpool looked absolutely on the money. The young lad, Wilson, is it Wilson?
Curtis Jones.
Curtis Jones, the young lad, Curtis Jones.
He's come on. Start of the season, he was nowhere near the first team. Now he's come in, and he's looking like a real decent player. And he's young as well. The only thing I would say about Liverpool on Monday was that was the opportunity to bang like another 2 or 3 goals in. Yeah. Because again, Newcastle got a better goal difference than Liverpool. And I think at the end of the season, if it comes down to goal difference, that's one of the games where you'd be looking, maybe we should went for a bit more.
Well, this is where I'm coming from with the Everton. Everton against Man City, they showed a bit of fight.
Yeah, did already draws.
No disrespect, but I just thought Liverpool did enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Leicester was very, very.
They still got
Harvey
Barnes, Tielemans,
Vardy,
Madison.
But they weren't bothered.
But Johnny Evans, I mean, he's past his sell-by
but
days.
it's his first game back, man.
Players like
But should he be playing though?
The first game back. Do you know how poor was Madison?
Oh, terrible.
He knows somebody will come for him.
Yeah, of course he will.
60 million quid for him on that performance.
No, definitely.
Tielemans is on a free in the summer, right? And he'd be a good signing. But them two in midfield should have done better the other night. But Madison was poor. I mean, their best player was probably Vardy.
Okay,
And if you knocked that one in at the start, it might have been a different game.
Well, you got your 2 old heads, haven't you, really? Vardy and he's the lad at the back who they rush back.
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans.
Ex-Man United.
You could see they wanted it. I mean, there was, but with nothing round them helping them.
Do you know what I laughed at in the game though? Was the first goal, might have been the second goal actually, where he looked offside.
Yeah,
Oh, and his white boot just.
His white boot. Why don't defenders
Bit
wear
of shade.
Why don't they wear green boots? No, seriously. Why don't they wear green boots?
You're probably right there.
Going,
same colour as the grass.
I don't know, Johnny. I don't know. Look, I can't tell. Look, we can't give it. Look, I mean, it's not. So wear green boots if you're a defender.
Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, I'm gonna stick my oar in, and before we go over to the Championship and bring me pal in, I'm gonna say women's football.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, I've got to say it. I watched a little bit on the weekend on BBC One. Chelsea won, Man United 0. FA Cup. You should be happy with that because the Red Devils lose. And that's the 3rd win on the bounce, the FA Cup.
Mate,
Fair play to you.
I was watching UK Gold, they had Bullseye on. I was watching that. I'll tell you.
I know you did. Right, listen, that's the Premiership. We're going to bring the big man in, right? You know about Championship football because you support Wigan. Season ticket holder for how many years? How old are you?
During the war.
During the war, yeah. Okay.
30 years.
30 years, okay. Right. First and foremost, playoffs. Sunderland, Luton, Coventry, Borough. Who did you fancy?
My little bet's gone on Borough.
Borough?
Borough.
Yeah. I fancied Sunderland, mate.
Yeah.
But they're lost. Go on.
No, it's definitely Borough. He's got the experience, and if Borough beat your lads tonight, it's at Wembley, and it's not two-legged. If it was two-legged, you'd look at Luton and think, oof.
Well, they're a tough side, Luton. They got one of the,
especially on their own ground.
Yeah, they got one of the smallest budgets in one of the in the Championship. I think they were fun. They've done brilliant. Obviously, they've knocked out Sunderland. Lose 2-1 on the weekend, 1-0 up, lose 2-1, and they smashed them at Kenilworth Road 2-0. Yeah, and they're in the final.
I'd sort of go for Borough, but
I still think we could do these times.
Your bit of hope is Coventry was not expected to make the playoffs.
No, for sure.
And teams like that play carefree.
Yeah.
And your managers just give the players a belting boost.
Yeah.
By just signing a 4-year contract.
4-year contract, Mark Robbins.
He's turned around and said, I'm with you, lads.
Yeah. New owners, King. New Mike Ashley has bought the ground and everywhere surrounding, so it's all going in our favour. We just got to hope they turn up tonight. So, obviously, when everybody watches the show on Friday, fingers crossed that Webby's going to be happy, and we're in the final against Luton. But
you going back for it now?
No, I can't. Number one, I won't be able to get a ticket, and number two, I'm in England on Friday myself for 4 days for my grandson's Luca 3rd birthday.
Can't see Luton selling 45,000.
No, they won't.
Tickets,
They won't.
so...
Coventry will sell that, no problem.
Yeah.
When we're in the Johnson Plate Trophy, 40-odd thousand, phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. Division 1, Peterborough, they stuffed Sheffield Wednesday 4-0. Can you believe that?
Yes and no. This is your problem. Not a problem, but what you've got, and with Wigan Athletic we had this, was it last year?
Yeah.
Not with Wigan Athletic, but with the Division 1.
Yeah.
Last year you had 3 teams fighting for promotion. Wigan Athletic, Rotherham and MK Dons.
Yeah.
And it went to the last day. And by the by, Wigan and Rotherham got promoted.
Yeah.
Everybody expected MK Dons to bog the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they've not, they were mentally gone because they
failed
failed out.
No.
And with this Division 1 this season, it's the same things happened.
Same thing, yeah.
Ipswich, Plymouth,
up one in
Sheffield Wednesday fighting
for the top 3.
And it was the penultimate game, to be honest, where
we lost 1-0.
Wednesday lost and they did, and Ipswich got the promotion. So then players are deflated. A good manager then you've got to bring them back up.
4-0 was a shocker though, weren't it?
Oh,
That was
it was.
unbelievable. Yeah.
It was.
Well, you have Bolton Barnsley, that's 1-1, that's going to go either way. Then
my little foot has gone on Barnsley
and
before the
Barnsley,
competition.
I've got a good friend Chris from Barnsley. He'll be watching this today. Take care, Chris. See you soon. Big Barnsley fan. And also we've got Paul. He's out next week. He's a big Bolton fan. So listen, 50-50 on this one. I'll be honest. Division 2, we had Salford, Stockport, and Bradford City against Carlisle. Both 1-0 wins at home, and everything to play for on the second legs.
I can't. Did Salford just sneak in at the end on there? Because Stockport is another one.
Yeah.
Edgley Park. This is what I was trying to explain with these playoffs. Stockport had a chance of automatic promotion all the way up to the last. I think it was the last day.
Yeah, gotcha.
And they didn't go up on goal difference.
No, they messed up, didn't they?
So then you've got to. These players who are down have now got another month to play, and it just.
Just go to
So I had a sneaky little bet on Bradford for that one.
Top man. The Bantams. Dean Windass, boys in the country. National League. This is what I want to talk about. Chesterfield, Notts County. Wrexham, we know, won. They're 100-odd points to win it. Notts County were fighting them all the way. Then they played Chesterfield, who was, I think they were 15, 16 points behind. Whoever wins that.
Paul Cook, our ex-manager.
Yeah, Paul Cook. I've had Cookie. Paul Cook, ex-Coventry, in my pub in the Plough back in 1995. Left-footed, proper scouser. Yes. Cookie. Yeah, proper player. I think he managed Swindon Town as well.
Yeah.
Great lad.
I didn't see the game. I saw the highlights.
I saw a bit, and
looking at the stats and everything, I think Notts County got out of jail, but
Yes.
I am glad they got promoted back because they got so many points.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And that must be heartbreaking to get so many points and not get
Fantastic.
automatic
No, I
promotion.
agree with it.
I was
Absolutely.
made up when
yeah. Right, listen, a couple of more minutes to go. I'm going to talk to you with regards to West Ham, which is this Thursday, second leg. What do you reckon?
I reckon West Ham do it 1-0.
1-0. All we can do is fingers crossed. We want West Ham, don't we? They have a great following. They have, 60,000 every other week. I personally think they deserve more. I really, really do.
That mob you're playing though, they're third in the league, aren't they?
Up to AK Altamar.
He said Alkmaar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
realise.
they're third in the Dutch league.
They're above Ajax. So
Gotcha.
they're no mugs, are they, you know?
So that'll be a good double leg if you
they
beat
can't
them.
get Champions League now.
No.
I just see where I hate the way they go this bit where they don't press up front. West Ham keep doing it.
Yeah.
You press them, these players, the defenders can't play football.
No.
They've got to off it, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you press them, they have to off it. Then it's 50-50 ball.
Yeah, for sure.
West Ham walk around, let them play. When you get half time, go, they've had 70% possession, but it's all played back there. I hate playing like that.
Yeah, I know.
Do the Luton thing, what they done last night. Press, and they make mistakes.
Possession means nothing. You got 70-30 means absolutely nothing.
Right, exactly.
At the end of the day, you've got to do the other end of the field.
West Ham keep doing it.
You've got your hotel booked for Prague, haven't you?
Yeah, all that.
Yeah, it is, Frank. I did check.
They're all booked up.
All booked up.
Apparently it's supposed to be a nice little town.
Prague's lovely, mate.
Yeah, I reckon.
You'll love it. I'll give. Is it Prague Marks? So you can get done over there, man. You know, there's a lot of dodgy people outside them kiosks.
Strong beer over there, mate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That Budfire, mate. I'll tell you.
Not for me, mate.
Not like the Scandival that you're drinking.
Right, listen. Okay, I think that's it for the football. All I can
Should we
say.
quickly ask him very quickly?
We've
got time to.
Producer, yeah.
I'll just cut all the rubbish out.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, go on then. Give a couple of quick questions then.
Right, we'll ask you first, and we'll do the same after.
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ask you one every week. Your favourite current West Ham player?
Current?
Current.
It's got to be Declan Rice, isn't it?
Okay, Declan Rice. Yeah, okay.
Well, he is, isn't he? He's the best.
I'll be surprised if it's not what I think it is. Your favourite all-time West Ham player?
Right. Obviously Bobby Moore, but I'd say Billy Bonds.
Billy Bonds. Oh, okay.
Billy Bonds.
Yeah.
So that in Devonshire the other week. Now Billy Bonds.
Yeah, that's good shout. That's good shout.
Best West Ham game you've been to?
Right. Now then, there's a few of them, but I would say just recently, last season, I didn't go to it. Fuck, I watched on the telly. Right, I'd have to go then, going back to the 70s. I'll tell you, I'll go to bowling last game of the season.
Against Man United. That's what Sean said the other week, didn't he?
Yeah.
Best away ground you've been to, including Europe, if you've been to see one in Europe.
I've only been to that little club where Tenerife played the other week away.
Andorra?
Real Madrid?
Yeah, I've been to Andorra.
Have you been there, Andorra?
Yeah, I went to watch West
With
Ham.
West Ham, yeah?
Yeah. And that's the only away game I've ever seen West Ham. So, the bits before, because I've been over here 20 odd years, the only one I can say is Man United as a new ground,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
And obviously Wembley and West Ham's new ground. But if you went back earlier way, I'd go Filbert Street.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Your favourite second team, if you have one?
Right. I'd go Hull City.
Hull City?
Yeah.
What did you get? Yorkshire? You're not laughing. Where did that come from?
When we was kids, we went camping in Cornwall, right there.
Oh God! So we've gone from there to New Cornwall and supporting Hull City. Oh, do it, Bobby Baker, do us a favour.
And a lady and a bloke from Hull and two kids
nice.
come out in the morning, all bucking in the back of the bed. They got a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. They said, mate, I like Hull.
Fantastic.
I didn't expect that at all.
No,
okay.
no. Brilliant.
Fans you dislike the most?
Tottenham.
Tottenham.
God,
Okay.
you all say Tottenham.
Okay.
Everybody says Tottenham.
What player would you sign if you can sign anyone?
I'll sign anyone. Oh, mate. I would go that ginger bloke who plays for Man City.
Holland.
De Bruyne, wouldn't it?
Oh, De Bruyne, Belgium.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yep.
Yeah,
Good shout.
he's good. Yeah, it's a good shout.
Okay, in their prime, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Good man. Every week, Messi.
No, Ronaldo.
It's 4-0 Messi,
I don't care, mate. Ronaldo.
And I asked Sean this the other week. He said he'd have him on a free, but there's been a bit of interest in him now. Would you like Harry Maguire in your team?
Right, I'll play him up front.
Up front?
He used to play, I think he played up front many years ago.
I thought we did.
Yeah, I thought he
Not a
did.
defender.
Own goals when he can't defend, can he? Save his life, as they say.
Always loses his man, so
So
he's
you
got to be a
have
good striker.
up front, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect. Same questions to you, sir. Here we go. Favourite current Wigan player?
Neil Watmore.
Okay. Your favourite all-time Wigan player?
I'd have to go for Jason Roberts because I think he got us into the Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah,
Played
okay.
up front and
Yeah.
Blackburn
Played
Rovers.
up front,
Yeah.
Blackburn,
he,
yeah.
he got us into Premier
Yeah.
League.
Okay.
Yeah, good show. Yeah, good show.
Best Wigan game you've been to? Obviously.
FA Cup final.
FA
Has
Cup
to be.
final, okay.
Right, hang on. Hold it there. FA Cup final. I've made a note of that, John T. Actually, 10 years ago. Is that? That's
Yes.
your shirt, John T.
That's the shirt. 10 years anniversary.
Who did you beat?
Man City. no?
Man City.
That pub team from Manchester.
Oh,
That's
never
right.
talking. Injury time winner, Mr. Watson, if I remember.
Watson. He's a legend.
86,000. Watch it.
Very rarely played for us. but
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. Go on, take over.
I
That's
think I know the
phenomenal.
answer to this. Best ground you've ever been to?
Oh, that's a difficult one.
Away ground, obviously.
Watching Wigan Athletic.
Yeah. But maybe
I'd have,
not
to go for, I'd
watching.
have to go for Wembley.
Wembley, yeah, okay. Team you dislike the most?
Man United.
Tell you what, we're getting a lot of people know
Yeah,
football on this show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to have some Man United on here soon, mate. I'm telling you, you're going to make you a
please.
part, big man.
Hopefully. Your favourite second team, if you've got one?
Southampton.
Southampton.
Southampton. You won't be playing them next year, unfortunately, but
No.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
fans you dislike the most?
Man United.
God, dearie me. What's a ring against Man United for? What is it with you muppets?
Because they think the world won't exist without them. They don't look at other clubs. They're just for themselves.
I'm not going to argue
Well,
that.
I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll not even watch England if a Man United player's not playing.
Right, step outside.
Unfortunately, they've always bloody is with Harry Maguire. So,
John T.
What player would you like to sign if you could sign anyone?
Pedri.
Eh?
Pedri.
Pedro, Man City.
No, Pedri at Barcelona. The,
Oh.
the Tenerife lad who played for Las Palmas.
Oh, Pedri? Oh,
Who's that? Pedri, yeah?
Yes.
He played for Tenerife, didn't he?
Absolute superb.
He's from Tenerife.
Okay.
Hey, knowledgeable, this man.
Where's he playing now?
Barcelona.
Oh,
He played in the World Cup.
Oh, okay.
One of the best under 20 best in the world.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, he can do the show next week now.
I think so, yeah. Okay.
Vicky, you got some here, son.
Right, what manager would you have if you could have anyone?
Manager.
Manager.
Go Xavi.
Who?
Xavi. Barcelona manager.
Okay.
What he's done at Barcelona this year with nothing to work with, no money.
Well, they've still spent a few bobs. Somehow, I
Well,
don't know
they've
how,
done
but-
some fiddling, but he changed the culture where they played.
Yeah, that's why they're getting sued by.
They're winning 1-0, they're winning 1-0s and they won the title.
Talking to Barcelona, I mentioned this quickly before I asked the last two questions.
Yeah.
I watched Espanyol the weekend against Barcelona. Catalan derby, stadium holds 47,000 people.
Yeah.
There was 20,000 empty seats for a derby game, which I find shocking. And the commentator said, I can't believe Barcelona can't celebrate winning the title in a stadium without their own fans being there. Surely
I've not a clue what went on.
Unbelievable.
I didn't even see the game.
Can you imagine a derby game of, say, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, or Bristol City, Bristol
Yeah,
Rovers?
any derby.
It'd be full house,
Yeah.
you'll get a ticket.
But
Yeah.
I do know
20,000 empty seats is shocking.
next season they're not playing at the new camp.
It's that Olympic Stadium up the
Olympic
top of the
Stadium,
mountain,
yeah,
yeah.
they play
I
at the
know,
Olympic
we went there to
Stadium.
watch England and Andorra a few
Okay.
years back.
All right.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
That's it, 5-0 that is,
far.
by the way. And you might have him, actually.
We had him. This is.
Get on with it. Get on with it. I'm going to shut the show in a minute.
That's why I was
You two
laughing.
picking on Man United all the time, I tell you.
Would you like Harry Maguire back in your team?
No.
No, not ever free? Because at the moment,
You've got to
West
say
Ham
yes.
have got
You've got
him
to say
as
yes, haven't you?
centre
Mustn't
forward
you?
or free base centre back. isn't
We've had him for 12 months.
And that was enough,
he
right?
actually did surprise me as he actually made it in Premier League. Because I always thought he was too slow.
Enough said on that one.
All right, sorted, yeah?
So it looks
All right.
like Harry's going to West Ham.
Harry's going to West Ham, yeah. You don't tell Sean Murphy that. Right, listen, that's my guest. First and foremost, thank you to John T, big Wigan fan. Cheers, big man. Cheers, man. Hope to see you again very, very soon. Bobby Baker, you weren't too bad in the end, big man. I'm waiting for the response, you know what I mean? What I get, waiting for the response. Terry, as always, keep doing the background work. Fantastic. All we're going to say is now is a bit of charity work. Now, this charity I'm doing in the summer, it's going to be between July, middle of July, middle of August. It's going to be an auction online through the podcast, through Coast FM. Obviously, Ray Wild, I want to say thank you to you for putting the jingle on for us. It's going to be on every day within the next couple of days. Absolutely a legend you are, Ray. Thank you for that. Couple of items that I've got, as you know. That's me, Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan's snooker cue, signed. That's going to go for auction, which is a great item. I have dug out myself. I've got a lot of sports and memorabilia. Most of it is signed to me, Webby, which is no good for obviously for Fact and the charity. And there it is. Best wishes, Ricky Hatton. I've actually got the photograph somewhere as well, and I will dig it out. And that's going to go for auction. And my pal from Sheffield, big Sheffield Wednesday fan, he sent me in the post today 3 great items. Well, I only mention, as I say, when I've got them in my hand. If you haven't subscribed and you're watching the show, where Tim tells you, look up here, left, right, left or centre, down below he tells me now, then please subscribe. We've got 453 subscribers in 3 weeks, and that's on the basis of Terry the big man going around, talking to people, obviously Tim living with MS in Tenerife, and all we want to try and do is get to 1,000, and then this show will grow massive. So all I can say is, thanks everybody, you have a great weekend. Sports Roundup will be coming very, very, very soon, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Thanks from me, Webby. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the brand new Webby Sports Roundup show. Again, thank you to all my guests. A little bit going on a little bit later on, saying thank you. All the viewers, just carrying on from my football blog, as you know, in the Palms Bar in San Eugenio Alto. Breaking news, you know it. If you watched it on Wednesday night, Man City defeated Real Madrid 4-0 to beat them 5-1 aggregate to play in the final against Inter Milan. They'll beat AC Milan, big rivals at the San Siro, by 2-0. I haven't watched it, going to watch the highlights tonight, and there's a reason why. You can see. Fantastic. Man City, I believe, were absolutely awesome. So are they going to bring it home? We hope so. That's the first thing. Then we're going to go breaking news again. But don't forget, Champions League final. It's in Istanbul on the 10th of June. If you're a Man City fan, you better get your tickets early, because I don't think there's going to be many over there in Turkey. That's for sure. Okay, Championship playoff. Why am I wearing this? Why do you think? Coventry City, we played Middlesbrough away Wednesday night. I watched it. Oh, it was unbelievable. My heart couldn't take it, I tell you. We drew 0-0 at the CBS last Sunday. Last night we played at the Riverside at the Borough. And what happened? We beat them 1-0. Second half goal by Hammer. Vicky Gyökeres, phenomenal Swedish striker, going to take Ibrahimovic on in the starting lineup in Sweden. He's got the assist, scored the goal into the fans, 2,000, phenomenal. Coventry City are in the final of the Championship playoff at Wembley a week on Saturday, the 27th of May, 4:45 kickoff. 37,000 tickets. You better get there early, because I think within 2 days they're all going to go. So all I'm going to say is PUSB. That means play up Sky Blues for my boys. Well done, lads. Or okay, what's also hopefully when the show goes out on Friday, we got West Ham, haven't we? Thursday night they're playing AZ Alkmaar. I think it was 2-1 last week. They won. They're playing away over there in near Ajax. They're in Holland, and what happened there? With a 2-1 win, all they got to do is draw or beat them, and they're in the final of the Confederation. Is it the conference, isn't it? It's the Conference Cup. They've got so many cups now, haven't we? Europa League, Champions League, Conference. We've got everything. So West Ham, come on, boys. To Wagsy, to Sean Murphy, to Andy Swallow, to Big Ron over there in Lincoln watching. Good luck to you, boys. I'll be following you tonight. That's for sure. Right, bit of sports news. That's what we're waiting for. Rugby League, we always have a bit of Rugby League. I follow St Helens all my life. Absolutely fantastic team. Anyway, last weekend wins for Lee, Catalans, Warrington, Leeds Rhinos and St Helens. Halfway in the league, they're starting to creep up. Injuries, getting better, they're coming back into the fourfold. But Warrington stay top of the league, looking over their shoulders. We've got Wigan, Hull Kingston Rovers and the Catalans behind them. Okay, and we've got a Rugby Union. It was the Gallagher Premiership semi-finals this weekend. You had the North against the South final. We had Saracens take on Northampton. They give them a bit of an hammering. Phenomenal. Watch the game. Brilliant game. Then you had Sale against Leicester. So again, that was North against the Midlands. Sale gave them a bit of a stuffing as well. So we've got the North-South final at Twickenham, Saturday the 27th of May. Exactly the same as obviously a Championship football final. Sarries against Sale, going to be a big game. And they did finish first and second in the Gallagher Premiership League. So watch that, a men's game. Believe me, it's a men's game. Here we go, horse racing. We know the first one, Lee Sober, who works for the Yorkshire Evening News, a big Leeds United fan. He gave us a 7-1 winner. Since then, we've had 2 losers. Not been too good, but I'm going to change it. I'm not going to say it's a horse racing tip. It is a fancy. And the reason why, because I only give him 1 day to give us a horse fancy. And don't forget, the declarations comes out 2 days before. So he's only getting a fancy. He's not getting a phone call from the trainer or anybody, and that's what's happening. But don't forget, if you bet, please, a disclaimer, don't bet if you're under 18. If your head's not right, please don't bet. And don't ever bet if you've had too many sherbets, like sometimes like Tim and I have on a Friday night. Okay, so that's what happens on horse racing. And I'm going to give you his fancy of the week. Desert Hero, Haggis horse, flying as a 2-year-old, but they say it's better as a 3-year-old. That's in the York, 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. Have a few quid. I think it's a 5-1 favourite. Don't go mad. If anything from 5's above, have a little bit each way. So let's see what happens, see if we can get back on track on a winning note. Big shout out to Ray Wild. As you know, used to live here, I think 12, 18 months ago, left the island, and he's back in England now, working on Coast FM and doing 1 or 2 other little jobs. 102 to 103 FM, Tim, innit? That's what it is. You keep forgetting, I've got so much to say. Coast FM, so when he's putting a jingle out for us twice a day, I think that's going to come out on Monday. So for that, Ray, thank you very much indeed. And to Andy, obviously your producer. Don't forget, please, I have a live auction, as you know, for charity. Bit to me heart, most people obviously have had cancer. There's 1 in 2 get cancer in the population. So all you got to do, if you've got a possibility of raising a few pounds, then please do. It's going to be a live auction between the middle of July and the middle of August. Not 100% how we're going to do it, but we're going to have it on all social media, the radio, making bids. And I have just donated a Ricky Hatton glove that I got from him a few years ago. So I've been into my archives, checked it out, and I've got that Ricky Hatton signed. It's not signed to me, which is good, so anybody can purchase that and make a few quid, and it's going to go towards a charity. And you know it's going to go towards, all proceeds will go to the local charity called FACT, a well-organised item of people. They're all volunteers. FACT stands for Fighting Against Cancer in Tenerife. Okay, that's what it's for. So all you got to do is put your hand in your pocket, make a bid, and I've got some other great items coming. I've had a phone call yesterday. Until I've got them, then I won't say anything. And when I've got them, then obviously I'll tell you. Last but not least, thanks to all my boys, obviously at the Palms. First and foremost to Chris Todd, to Terry, my number 2, Jonty from Wigan, Bobby Baker, West Ham. Yeah, he's a bit of a laugh. And obviously my producer and director, cameraman, as you know, he's behind the camera now, Tim, living with MS in Tenerife. He started it for me. His wife, Christine's an absolute darling. She has MS, and what he does for her is nobody's business. So if you tune onto there, have a look, subscribe, and all the bits and pieces, living with MS in Tenerife. Okay, last but not least, we're going to go in a minute, because I've got to go shopping in all the bits and pieces. If you're watching and you've not subscribed to my show, the answer is, why not? So please, if you're on there, have a look at the bottom. It says subscribe, and it says for free. It's a great bit of fun. We're going to have a great laugh. This is going to grow bigger, so you want to be on it from the start. I've checked it earlier on. We've got 456 subscribers in 3 weeks. Absolutely brilliant. Through all of us having a go, having a bit of fun, etc. We're trying to get to 1,000 in a few more weeks. I'm sure we can. Don't forget, check on this week and next week and the week after. We've got a new feature, and we are advertising, or giving a little bit of advertising for all big sports bars, small sports bars, and they're going to put us on their social media, and we're going to grow just like that. So from me, Webby, in the sunshine in Tenerife, and it's not that much sunshine today. Play up Sky Blues, Coventry City. Good luck on Saturday, boys. Let's get into the Premiership where we belong. So thanks all. Tune in, and I'll speak to you later. Subscribe. Webby. Be right.